my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Hope everybody is having a good weekend. Those of you that are getting an extra day this weekend for, what's tomorrow? Martin Luther King Day. Goody for you. I'm in that group as well, so I got tomorrow off, thankfully. This is going to be Taurus Weekly Update. We roll in tomorrow, Monday, January 18th. Through next Tuesday, the 26th. So let me just tell you so far what I've seen. And I went back to the old big clunky ass deck I was using. And I will change from time to time because just the energy will speak to me to put the other ones down. Sometimes you can just need a change. So hopefully these will help pull out the messages. Some of you are, as the top card is actually going to tell you, leaving one chapter and entering the other. The other side of this, and this deck talks about love that reconciles opposites. Some of you may be dealing with a situation where you're reconciling. And so here on this side, talks about reaching your destination. So many of you are going to get that step up that you was looking for in the first place with your relationship. For a lot of you, it's going to be one of those things where you ask for it, you got a Toyota. And I think for a lot of you, that's okay and cool because it's what you want. It's what you manifested. And you're good with whatever the challenges may be. Others of you, and it's funny how shit works. A lot of you may find that you got a lot of harmony and balance in your love life, in your professional life is just gone to fuck. Others of you may find that in your professional life, everything is harmonious, great, and wonderful. Love life gone to hell. So it depends on where you are. Check your moon, rising, all them extra signs you got. If you don't know what's in your natal chart, please Google it. And Google natal chart, Natal, and it'll tell you what you need to know, where you need to go to get a natal chart done. Most sites that do it for free. Oh yeah, see, it's harmony. Harmony, you heard me? That's the front and the back end. Here's your challenge. Material and spiritual prosperity. So a lot of you are coming into, and when I hear material and spiritual, I'm not necessarily always thinking about your assets, what you got, how much in your bank account, and the rest of that. A lot of times material and spiritual prosperity comes from relationships because you have that harmony in that part of your life, which can usually trigger harmony in other areas of your life. Things just go clickety-clack. So that is a good omen up there that you have that. But I can't make this shit up. I promise you I can't make this shit up. I cannot. Domestic harmony. Ain't this nothing? Accelerated motion. Yeah. A lot of you in your relationships, there is positive movement forward. Just as the card down here says, there's going to be some disruption. Let me just throw this part out here while we're talking. Oh yeah, the 10 of coins, the ace of coins, come on. Spirit of adventure with the 5 of wands. Make this shit up. I forgot what I was going to say. What the hell? Oh, and other readers have been saying this. I kind of get the energy a little bit, but it's not overwhelming to me. But some of you have people that just, I think I did this for the weekend read for Taurus. Y'all got haters out there. And that's one group of you. Another group of you are now suddenly find yourself bombarded with a bunch of people trying to just be your friend. Let me tell you what I told my cousin earlier and what we've been talking about for the past year or so. Because of all this age of Aquarius and, moving, the pandemic, all these big fat changes in just such a short span of time, all signs are not like Taurus. And I think For some of us, it's hard to hear that because we're Tauruses. So it's like, what do you mean? We're not kidding. Not us. Yeah, us. We are. If I'm going to put my money on it, I'm going to say Taurus is the most stable in terms of grounding, or at least knowing how to be grounded and stable than any of the other signs. So it's not to say that, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, Leo, they ain't got it going on. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Taurus as a zodiac sign has all the qualities of just home, hearth, and heart. And so those are the things that drive all of us. We're doing all the shit that we do in the daytime to make sure shit at home is straight, period. Make sure our lovers are taken care of, our kids are taken care of, our families are taken care of. That's why we go through all the bullshit. But that is first and foremost for us. It's not a secondary thing. It's not, for a lot of us, even attached to a lot of emotional shit. For many of us as Tauruses, if we in your corner, we just in your corner. I don't give a damn how much we argue, fighting some other shit. If I say I got you, I got you. So some of you may be encountering people that are just kind of flocking to you. And the reason is because you're grounded. And for all the shit that everybody in the world is going through right now, that doesn't exclude Taurus. We certainly are not exempt. But it's the way we're going through this shit. Most of us are like, yeah, okay. Just get another pack of masks. Let's just keep this shit moving. And that's how we are. We're not trying to get caught up in the who, the when, the why, the how. Fuck it. I got to wear a mask. Wear a mask. So people are going to gravitate to this sign because to others it looks like we're handling this very easily. For many of us, it is easy. For a lot of us, we're struggling or whatever, but other people don't see all that struggle behind the scene. So do not be caught unawares when, you just got strange people coming up to you asking for your advice on some shit. It is what it is. So, now, looking at what's on the board, there's some dark shit here. Let's not get that part fucked up or twisted. There's some things going on in the background. And it goes one of two ways. If it's work, there are people in the background that are either trying to help you or trying to get in your way and block you from stepping up. Romance, people may not want to see you with the person you want to be with or the person that you're with. And so you just got haters out there. They throwing eggs and tomatoes and watermelon and shit because they pissed off because it ain't them. Do not, if you want to rise above that energy, do not get into no petty shit with nobody. If they mad, that's their shit. Let them deal with it. If you don't respond, if you don't get upset, if you don't get your bully panties all in a bunch, it's going to just get hit up against the wall and it's just going to stay there. There's no reason, as bad as we want to sharpen our horns and run through the china shop, there's no reason. It's no reason. There's nothing going on right now, I don't think, in anybody's world that it's that catastrophic that you need to even let people know that you know how to use your horns. Take whatever it is, stand in your light always, speak your truth always, and then fuck it. Don't get loud, don't get hyper, don't get emotional, fuck it. Let people be upset about what they want to be upset about. I promise you will come out of that, whatever the situation is, smelling like a damn rose, and everybody else will be trying to figure out how. Overall energy, top end, 10 of Pentacles on top of nature. Nature card to me is always about the grounding. Y'all are feeling, many of you just not grounded enough to take something. I see hearts and shit, but okay, to the next level. And that's how you're feeling right now. You're ready. You probably already know who you're dealing with, I hope. And this is where you are. And so many of you just kind of waiting patiently. There may be some situations going on between the two of you in the background that need to settle down or need to get on a certain path so that the two of you can move together. The back end of your overall energy, the richness of completeness. You ever cook a pan of brownies? And it's just like, damn, that's the bomb. They look beautiful. That feeling right there. That abundant, job well done, time to start the next thing kind of feeling. This is here, Ace of Pentacles on top of music. What I started out by saying, harmony. A lot of y'all are just feeling harmonious and you're not stressing, even though you may have some issues with money or relationships or whatever. But for the most part, y'all like, fuck it. And this is the part that's in your gut. It's like, you know what? I know it's all going to be good. So do what you do. Be happy. Challenge is to get in the now. Spirit of adventure. Get in the now. Be here right now. Don't be trying to figure out some shit. What's going to happen at the meeting on Tuesday when we get back to work? What they going to say at the meeting on Friday? Fuck it. Stay here, present, right now, and things will just roll on the way they're supposed to. And that's your challenge for the next 7, 8, 9 days. However that's working, looking at tomorrow's energy with the World card on top of the obstacles and challenges. Again, walking out of one chapter into the next. Padow, you've reached your destination. Let's just be mindful. It's not going to be without obstacles and challenges. There's going to be things as you step off into this new chapter that you're going to have to deal with. That may be a little dicey or maybe a little tricky. That's okay. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't even hesitate. If you're wondering, do I have what it takes? Excuse me, y'all. You know, folks, ain't nobody sent me nothing in 3 hours, 9 minutes. I cut the video on. Here they go. Anyway, you may be feeling like, I don't have the chops to deal with all. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Everything that you've just come from, everything that you've just come through. I'm looking at the front of the world card on this side. You got it. You got it. You got the know-how. You got the wisdom. You got the knowledge. You have everything in your toolbox that you need. You just need to be moving slow enough, dear bull, to know what tool to pull out of your tool chest. Just that simple. That's major energy. Welcome it with open arms. That's the best thing I can say about that. There may be some things, if not tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, beginning of the week, that clearly just show you're moving into the next thing. Tuesday, Ace of Cups on top of the Passion Ignited. What the fuck? Hell, you know, it just gets better. What the hell do you want me to tell you? There may be somewhere in here, I'm going to say a conversation. More than likely, for those of you that this is resonating with, eat the fish, leave the bones, don't belong to you, don't choke on it. There'll be a conversation of sorts. It may not be a full blown out sit on the sofa with the Kleenex box, but a conversation nonetheless about where you're coming from, what you want to do, especially couples, and how you want to get there. There are going to be some snags. There again, the obstacles and challenges is telling me that, but that's okay. You can deal with that. Looking at Wednesday with the Seven of Pentacles on top of the communication, this is what I'm saying. You may have some anxiety over this. Back at this talks about waste and hesitation. Well, now we're past that and we're here. And you may just have some anxiety about whatever is being said. But notice my numbers there. That's 6. 6 is harmony, period. You're still talking about the same thing. So don't let any conversation just throw you or derail you. And this, I'll put it where it is, whether at work or romantically. For a lot of you, this may be work. Don't let it throw you. Communicate. And let me say this. I don't know who needs to hear this. Probably me. But if you're going into something at work, into some kind of meeting or something where two sides are being heard, some kind of something like that, yeah, I get the anxiety, but maybe before you do that, write down what you need to write down before you go into said meeting about how you feel. So when you get in there, you're not just ready to snort and just turn the place out. I'm just saying, and do the bull thing. Again, this year for the bully, it is not so much about the muscle and the brawn that we have. Obviously, people know that we flick at the drop of a hat. It's not about that this year. It's about being a little more strategic, having a little more gamesmanship, if you will, about what you're doing, and not necessarily doing that thing people expect you to do or doing something in a way that people expect you to do it. Looking at Thursday's energy. Woo, yes, sir. I don't even know how the hell, devil in the details, material harvest. Again, this is new energy, major energy. It ain't nothing different. Devil in the details. Talking about your material harvest. Those of you getting ready to do your taxes, I'm going to say it again, devil is in the details. So make sure you got everything where it's supposed to be, where it needs to be. I think I brought this up in the weekend reading or weekly reading for Taurus. I can't remember which, but start getting your things in order. And this is another call to that, to start getting things in order. That number 9 back here, it's telling me that that's done. We're dealing with stuff that's done, finished. And so 2020 is done. Time to do the taxes. Check them details. For some of you, it may be even something as simple as making sure your address is correct. If you've moved in a year or so since you last filed your taxes. Others of you, it's just about making sure that you have all the information that you need so you can do it without having to stop and start and stop and start looking for stuff. Just make sure that you have everything that you need. Again, the devil is in the details. That's major energy. So much so that if you fuck up your taxes, it might take you a year to unravel whatever you fucked up. So just keep that in your hat. Get to Friday, domestic harmony with the Queen of Wands. The Queen? Or the King. I'm sorry. It's not repression that I feel. It's actually moving away from repression and being able to unrepress yourself. That makes any damn sense. And that's what gets you to the domestic harmony part. Many of you now may be feeling repressed, like you can't express yourself or your emotions with someone. And so I'm not feeling that you are going to remain repressed. You're going to have an opportunity again to communicate that is sitting up under that passion and ignited in the Ace of Cups. Probably not a mistake. But you'll come out of this feeling if you felt like recently in the recent past, like you weren't able to fully articulate how you feel about a person, place, situation, whatever. Time over for that. And you should have enough room to express how you feel and also listen to how the other person is feeling. We get to Saturday's energy, the 9 of Pentacles on top of accelerated motion. Just what didn't I just say that? Shrewd. Being shrewd. Note here, anything that you're doing for yourself. This is up to and including relationships, trying to get a promotion, any of that. Don't talk. I told you, just be quiet. Just shut it. Fuck it. Shut it down. Turn your back on people trying to ask you a bunch of questions. Well, how you doing? Who you dating now? Who that? No. Probably for the next week or so, I would probably refrain from posting any kind of personal information on any of the social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're rolling with. I probably would refrain from that. Again, there's a lot of people watching for whatever reason. That's real clear to me looking at this reading, looking at these pentacles, looking like little eyeballs. A lot of people looking at you because they're trying to figure out where you get this magic. Keep your magic to yourself. I'm just saying. And let people figure out what the hell they want to figure out. You see that bird flying up there? Yeah, people I spy on some dumb shit. They want to be you. Don't get that part twisted. Don't let anybody tell you, I was just thinking, I didn't know. And I was just trying to check out. Nah, you being nosy. That's what you were doing. People want to know what it is that's making you glimmer and glow. Don't give them shit. Don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them the ingredients, secret password, none of that shit. Don't tell them nothing. Smile, wave, and keep moving. I'm just saying. We get to next Sunday with the 9 of Cups on top of the disruption. Ideal happiness right here on top. The 9 of Cups. But, you know, you're building something. You got to tear some shit up. Let's just kick that about. You see that? Yeah, that part. I had to tear some shit up. And when this card comes up, again, it's always about the people that make up your world. So maybe some placements, replacements, misplacements, people just in your individual experience moving around. You may be moving closer to sisters, brothers, cousins, mothers, fathers. You may be moving closer, if you don't have custody of your kids, you may be moving closer to them. But it's here. All of this is about your ideal happiness. Some of you may find out that you got a roommate coming. You may decide that you and whoever kicking it decide you want to live together. So they may be coming to you. There's a disruption. And it's all good. If that's what you are really aiming for, and if that's what you want to do, be mindful, because this shit is sitting on top of it. The devil is in the details. So if there's anything, before anybody moves in, gets a key, to start changing the mail and some other shit, if there's anything that you need to tell them, excuse me, now's the time to start talking. You don't want shit to get toxic because you didn't do any kind of communicating. Sometimes that incense, woo, get in your nose and get stuck in your throat. Done deal. Anyway, disruption, changes. Make sure anything that needs to be gone over. This is a platonic situation. You got somebody moving in. Make sure they understand when the water bill is due, when the rent is due, when the phone bill is due, the cable, whatever. Make sure they know all of that. So, again, this doesn't turn into some funky, fucked up, toxic situation where at the end of 6 months you're ready to strangle the person and put their shit out. Just saying. Just saying. Get to next Monday. The 2 of Cups. And positive movement forward. I don't have to even say shit. Just look at the cards. There you go. And for many of you, this is going to be a total shocker. Because it wasn't with... But notice that star. So, for a lot of you, this is just divine shit. Things are just lined up just at this moment, in this point in time, and this is what's supposed to be happening. For a lot of you, it might feel strange, weird, like, I never thought we'd be getting together. That kind of shit. It's right here. Don't worry about it. There are going to be some challenges that you may have to deal with. Once again, people hating on you because they don't want to see you happy. This is definitely not the time to go around telling your business, oh, we're moving together. No. You don't want to do that. Next Tuesday. Looking at this 6 of Pentacles. It's passion just kind of bubbling beneath the surface. But here, you may need to detach for a hot second. That physical activity. But 6 and 7 is 13. And 1 and 3 is 4. So you may need to do some physical moving in, out. But don't get emotional about whatever it is that's going on. There may be some snafus and foo-fas and some fucked up shit going on. Don't get emotional. Keep some distance until you get everything where it needs to be, of people where they need to be, however that's resonating. Don't get all hot and heavy about no shit. If this is related to your finances, you may need to take a look at some bank statements. Again, you need a detached eye to look at it. Fucking devil in the damn details. So this is, with the devil just kind of inserting his shit all over the place. I would just say, just make sure you dotting I's and crossing T's and doing all that shit for the next week or so. Again, you got people watching you on every level, and they're not watching to see if you're doing something right. It's not that kind of watching. They're just watching your rhythm and flow, because they want to know how to. They want to know how to do what you're doing. If you ain't doing nothing but smoking a cigarette on break, they want to know why. How do you look so cool doing it and I don't? That shit right there. Don't fall for any kind of little chit chat, idle conversation shit this week. People are definitely on the hunt because they're bored. They've been in the house for the last year. They ain't got no life other than what they doing. and they won't know what the hell you doing. Idle gossip and idle chatter is alive and well this week. So be mindful of that. Stay out of conversations that ain't got nothing to do with you, dear bull. There you go. See what the Rebel cards is going to tell us. You are giving away your power. We're going to come back to that. Hold on. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Okay. Winning. And I told y'all, we're going to say that for last. You're giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. So, again, the giving away of the power part. People expect us, because most of us, whatever we're doing, relationship work, we've been doing it for a minute. We didn't just start doing it yesterday. So people already know what our triggers are. Don't give up your power. You're badass. So get on the other end of the spectrum. You know, you walk in the room and fluff your bully tail up and snort out and do what you need to do and sit down and be quiet and don't make no fuss about nothing. Stand in your light, stand in your truth and speak your truth, but don't get all excited. You're a badass. Act like it. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. A note for many of you just to kind of get introspective, maybe spiritually. You may need to just touch base, do some meditating, some journaling, some shit like that, so that you can maintain your balance. I'm going to say probably something that is a little older, not something newer. However that's resonating with you. You run the spectrum on that from yoga to Buddhist to whoever. Find something. Get with it. Winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. What I tell you. People are, and you see the red here? People are expecting you to run through the china shop like you've been doing. Telling you it's not going to work. You're winning right now. And you may not even feel like you're winning. You're winning. Don't ruin that shit. Bullies, I love y'all to death. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.